All right, this is episode 4 of the dashboard creation series. And one thing you realize here is I've been able to teach you 3 pages in just 2 pages. I have taught you everything that has to do with the news and how to get the news individually, the sentiment that comes out of the news, the types of news, rank, indicator rank, which is the multiplication of the events, and the type rank, alongside the news page. Now, unlike my own where I perform extreme cleanup, like really much more cleanup, I did it in a way whereby you don't have to perform too much cleanup. You simply get the news, put it in the B column, stamp it in, and every other thing from that point starts to appear by itself. Alright, to get the filter page, what you have to do is you need to create a formula that does a filter of its own. So the filter page, you're going to open a new page, right? And a new page, you just name it filter. Now, to get the individual news relating to a particular currency, what you want to do is you want to bring out all the currencies first and foremost. So you're going to say equal to, you know, the formula unique, which we used before. We're going to say equal to unique. Come back here, select on all the currencies, close the bracket, and run that through. Now you have all the currency. However, one thing you'll quickly notice is currencies are repeated unlike before. Why? To do that, you're going to copy all of this and you're going to paste as value here. Now, this is why the cleanup was required in the very first page. The cleanup which we ran away from has come back here to haunt us. Now, I want to show you how to do the cleanup. The cleanup is actually very simple, very simple. If you had done it in the first page, we won't witness any of these issues. What you want to do is you want to select the entire currency line, right? You want to select the entire currency line. You're going to go to Control H, which is find and replace. Find and replace. You want to find space and replace. You don't write anything in the replace with. You click on replace all. It's going to tell you over 100 and something replaced. It has cleaned up all the information in this space. However, there is still a lot of them with so many problems. So what you do is you could copy any of the cell that has the currency right up in it, highlight it all the way down, come here and paste that cell into the find words. Then you remove the currency name entirely and then you click on replace all. Now you see it won't work. It won't work for one simple reason. This is now a table, so it won't be able to remove those unnecessary space for us. However, if you come back here, you notice that this is still showing you all those currencies with all the space. You can see some of them don't have space anymore, while some of them still have spaces. So what you want to do now is you want to go through a manual process. Like, it is not really manual, but it is still quite manual. So you're going to start with something like the British pound. You come here, you say Control F, Control H, sorry, you put in British pound right here. That is the second one you just got from that page. You find a random British pound that has a space, put it in here, and then you highlight the entire line. Make sure you're always highlighting the entire line first before you click the replace all. And you see it has replaced all the British pound. And you see we have lost British pound from the unnecessary saga. You want to do the same thing for AUD and the rest of them. So I'm going to do this personally. I'm going to speed up this video and you're going to see it at the end. And just like that, we finally cleaned up every currency that has space in this place. How do you know? When you come here, you see all currencies are just 8 in total. So compared to what we had before, we had double entries. Now we have only single currencies. What you want to do next is, because you now have a currency metric that you can use, AUD, USD, and the rest of them, you want to create, because personally, I hate anything that I have to repeat. So you have to create a very simple metric for yourself. You simply go to data, click on data validation, select list, and then make sure you click on source. Then you highlight the AUD to NZD and you say okay. So now you can drop down and just select which currency pair you want. The next thing you want to do is, this is the very first time you're going to be using this formula, so you need to be very attentive. You're going to say equal to filter, open brackets, Now you want to select specific situation, right? You want to select specific situation. You want to select everything from here to the very end, till event, not to the very end, till event name filter. And you're going to say equal to. You're going to say that is what you want, array. Now, if open brackets, you're going to open brackets, so you place a comma, open bracket, if this, which is the AUD selected, is equal to, what is it supposed to be equal to? Equal to the currency. So you could just hold this by the right and shift it, place a currency. You close the brackets and you close the ending of the whole situation. And what you have here is every single news, or rather, all the whole, every single entry that has to do with AUD and the event all the way to the end. Now, something else you could do to give yourself freedom of a necessary amount of data, because the more data you pull in here, the more Excel has to work. You could use a formula called choose column. So you say choose COLS, open bracket. Now you need to start counting. What is your count? The very first column here is 1. So I need to see number 1. I don't want to see 2. I don't want to see 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I want to see only 1 and 11. And automatically, you can see it has trimmed down to just currency and currency and event filter. So it has trimmed down to currency and event filter. And what you see is I'll just simply take the word currency at the top right here, put it over this head, and then I'll take the event name filter and put it over here. But this is not all we need. Like the very first time, if you apply a sort and filter here, just click on this and click on sort and filter, apply a filter. You'd see it's going to show you nonsense, but you just make sure you select on these two things before you click on filter. So if you apply a filter here like this, you can't change the array. But one thing you will notice is you see CPI is repeated, PPI is repeated, a lot of things are repeated. So to remove repeats, so you could just call this remove repeats, because you don't want to be repeating news in your calculator at the end. So remove repeats is exactly what we did the very first time. I didn't spell this right. So exactly what we did the very first time, right? The very first time we did this whole shebang. We're going to go equal to, and we're going to say unique. We're going to go unique, select the entire array, and bam, there it is. Including the word event news filter is showing up. So I think I'm just going to take this all the way up. I'm just going to take this up like this. So it's fine to me like this. I think it's fine like that. So now I have the unique news of AUD. And what you notice here is Australian dollar only has a total of 556 unique events. 56 unique events has been repeated over time to give you a total of 384 news events from Australian dollar on the investing.com website for the year 2025. So we have what we're looking for the next page. So the next page, what we're going to be discussing in the next video is the individual event currency pages. Now I'm going to teach you how to do 2 currency pages and then you do the rest yourself. But until then, catch you all on the next one. Peace. See you there.